Hi and welcome on the Hands-On Time. My name is Mel and I'm doing watch reviews for you. So the topic of today is about Rolex Submariner hommages that are coming to us from China. So if you are new here, feel free to subscribe. Okay, it's absolutely free and it truly helps us. So let's dive in. I want to say the first watch that I'm going to present to you today is the Tevise T801A, the famous or infamous, if you like, T801A. So this watch, I'm telling you, immediately, is only for the style. Is only for the style of the Rolex Submariner. Okay, you cannot swim with this watch and you cannot dive with this watch. It's only if you don't have any budget, this watch would be for you. Okay, so the price less than $20. The case would be 43 millimeters. Okay, you have a big case. The thickness would be 14 millimeters. So it's a thick, okay, watch that stands high on the wrist. You have to know that. The band is 20 millimeters. You have only 3 atmospheres, okay, 30 meters of water resistance, which means you cannot swim with this watch or dive with this watch. The glass is a mineral crystal and the case and bracelets are made out of stainless steel. The movement is pretty good. It's a tangi movement, an automatic tangi movement, okay? I'm talking about the tangi movement in the review that I have available on my channel about the Tevise, so feel free, to go and check it out if you're truly interested. So the second watch that I'm presenting here today is the Parnis, okay, the 2021 Parnis new Rolex Submariner homage. So for less than $19, okay, US dollars on sales, because I think that the real price would be 141, if I'm not mistaken, is really interesting. So the case would be 40 millimeters, so a nice case sizing here. The thickness would be a large 13.65 millimeter. The band would be 20 millimeter. The water resistance would be 100 meter, okay, 10 atmospheres, because the ancient Parnis was only 3 atmospheres, only 30 meters. That one is up to 100 meters. It means that you cannot dive with this watch because you would need 200 meters of water resistance for that, but you can swim with this watch. Okay, so that's the new thing about the new Rolex Submariner homage from Parnis, is that you can actually swim with it. The ancient one, you weren't able to, you weren't able to swim with the watch, which was like truly stupid, if you don't mind me saying. That watch is up to 100 meters of water resistance and you can actually swim with it. So the glass is made out of sapphire crystal, so really cool that we would have this feature, a sapphire crystal, yeah, for less than 100 euros. That's crazy. And a case and a bracelet made out of stainless steel. Inside we have the excellent Mayota 8215. So if you are interested and the price is not too much for you, that's another one. Number 3rd on the list, for the same price, less than 19 US dollars on sale, we have the Pagani Design new 2021 proposition. So the case would be 40 millimeters. The thickness is better than the Parnis, 13 millimeters only. So we are, coming close to a thickness that is, better, because everything that is under 12 for me, is wonderful in terms of thickness. The band is 20 millimeters. We have the same water resistance like the Parnis. It's 100 meters, means you can swim with this watch, but not dive with it. Okay, same thing, we have a sapphire crystal on it. Wonderful proposition from Pagani Design to give us a sapphire crystal on a watch that costs less than 100. Okay, and we have a case and a bracelet made out of stainless steel. The movement, you would have the choice, in fact, between 2 movements: a Mayota 8215 like the Parnis, or the excellent Seiko NH35A, which I prefer. Number 4 on the list, it's the Steeldive Rolex Submariner homage. So for less than 19 euros, you will have a bigger case, okay, slightly, The case is 41 millimeters. The thickness is 13.5 millimeters. Okay, I know it's bigger than the Pagani Design and thicker than the Pagani Design. The band will be 20 millimeters, but, and there's a but, we have 300 meters of water resistance on this one. 30 atmospheres, okay, which means you can actually dive with this watch, and that's the difference. You know, all the others were 30 meters or 100 meters. That one goes up to 300 meters of water resistance, and that's the interesting point of the Steeldive. I've heard a lot of good reviews about this brand, Steeldive. So I think that this is a very good proposition. We also have the sapphire crystal on it. Everything is made out of stainless steel, and of course we have the excellent Seiko NH35 inside. Very good proposition from Steeldive, I think. Number 5, really good proposition from Loreo, one of my favorite. Why? Because the price, the value that you have for the price is just unknown, you know. You have actually the review. I made a review. I have three watches actually from Loreo. Okay, two Rolex Submariner homage and one other a day date. So go and check them out if you want to know what I think, like my in-depth review of both these watches, because I presented two of them. Okay, so the price for less than 60. Actually, you can have like this watch for $54 US, I think. So for less than $60 US, a case of 40 millimeters, okay, 40 millimeters. The case sizing is wonderful. The thickness is only 12.70. Okay, go check my review. I've measured the actual case, and it is only 12.70 millimeters. Okay, this is the best thickness of all the watches that I'm actually presenting to you. I love this watch, you see my excitement, and you know that this is my favorite of all. So the band, because of the value, of course, the value of the price that you are paying, the band is only 20 millimeters. The water resistance is a crazy 200 meters of water resistance, 20 atmospheres, which is more than enough to swim and even to dive, you know, if you want to dive with it. The glass would be a sapphire crystal, yeah, a sapphire crystal for less than $60 US. They are giving you sapphire, and this is another thing, you know. You have sapphire crystal for less than 60, like it beats up all the other prices. The value is crazy for this price. So the case and the bracelets are made out of stainless steel, and the movement is the excellent, okay, excellent, and I'm like really focusing on the excellent Seagull ST16. Seagull is a wonderful brand. They are doing wonderful movement. And Seagull has nothing to envy, you know, to the Seiko movement of Mayora movements, you know, really. So for less than $60 US, you will have a wonderful watch. And if you don't want the Tevise because, you know, it's too cheap for you, well, go and buy yourself a Loreo. Loreo is just, you know, wonderful at this price point, I mean. Number 6 on the list would be the excellent Cronos. So the Cronos, the prices varied between $220 and $245. What's the difference? The $220 would be loom, you know, on the inside of the case, okay? Only on the inside of the case. And the $245 would be loomed on the inside of the case, but also on the bezel, okay? Which is better when you dive, because you would be able, you know, to see everything on the darkness of the water. So the case would be 40 millimeters. The thickness is 13.5 millimeters. The band is 20 millimeters with a glide lock system. So the glide lock system is a system that you could find actually on the original Rolex Submariner, which allows you, you know, to size the bracelets with a better comfort, you know, that the usual generic push pin type of a clasp. So this one, that option, I mean, is great because really it adds comfort, and it allows you to size the bracelets with, you know, a great precision. So the water resistance is 20 atmospheres, which, like the Loreo, which means it's only 200 meters of water resistance. So, and that's more than enough. You would be able to dive with it and to swim with it. So the glass is actual sapphire, but you have also an AR coating. So AR coating is a coating that allows you not to have, you know, reflection on the glass. So it will allow you to read with a more accurate precision the dial in the sun, because it's an anti-reflective system. So the case and bracelet are made out of stainless steel, and you also have ceramic on the bezel. The movement, you have the choice between the PT 5000, which I think it's a Hong Kongese movement. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know, I think it's coming from Hong Kong and it's really precise. And the SW200, which is a Swiss movement from Celita. Okay, so yeah. That's an excellent choice, but it's more expensive. And number 7, the last one, is the best of the best Rolex Submariner homage, the most affordable one, at least, is the San Martin Rolex Submariner homage. So I've heard many things about you know, people trying to pronounce San Martin. They are trying to pronounce it in French. I really don't know why. They are trying to pronounce San Martin in French, so I'm hearing them trying to say San Martin, you know, San Martin. In French, that's how you pronounce it. I'm French, I know. But San means saint in Spanish, in fact. So I don't think like they were trying to emulate something from France. In fact, San Martin is the right way to pronounce it, because San means saint, and Martin or Martin or Martin in Spanish is pronounced Martin. So the real way of you know, pronouncing the name of the brand is San Martin, because San is Spanish. That's how I understand it. You know, San Martin would be the right pronunciation. So this San Martin is really good. The price $210 US dollars. You have a case of 40.5 millimeters, a thickness of 13 millimeters. So you see, even on the case sizing and the thickness, you have a good compromise between the Loreo and the Cronos, you know. And the band would be 20 millimeters with the glide lock system as well. So for less than the Cronos, you have a glide lock system also. 200 meters of water resistance, okay, so you can dive with it, swim with it. Sapphire crystal with the AR coating, you know, system as well. Case and bracelet, stainless steel, ceramic bezel as well. And we have the excellent NH35A from Seiko. So for me, this is the best of the best. Personally, I will stick with my Loreos, you know, because I don't need to have like 100 different diver in my collection. I have 2 Loreos and I'm really happy with them. So, but if I had to choose, if I didn't have the Loreos and if I had to choose something in the list, I would probably take the San Martin, okay? The San Martin or the San Martin or the San Martin, if you like, okay? You call it whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. So guys, what do you think about the list? You think I missed something? Tell me in the comments. So like, subscribe, comment, you know, it helps. It truly helps us, you know, small YouTubers to grow. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.